The use of hotels for asylum seekers in the UK has become a highly charged and often misunderstood topic. But what is the real truth behind these temporary accommodations? We're going to dive deep into the facts surrounding the UK's use of hotels to house asylum seekers, examining the scale, cost, and the human element of this complex situation. The UK government has increasingly relied on hotels to accommodate asylum applicants as they await the processing of their claims. This marks a significant and controversial shift in asylum policy. Our goal is clear: to look past the rhetoric and sensationalism, providing you with a factual overview and dispelling the common myths surrounding UK asylum hotels. First, let's understand why hotels became the accommodation of choice or necessity for thousands of asylum seekers. The primary driver is the massive surge in asylum applications, overwhelming the existing, permanent housing capacity designed for this purpose. The system simply can't keep up. Under legal and moral obligations, the UK must provide immediate accommodation to destitute asylum seekers. When permanent housing isn't available, hotels serve as the emergency fallback. The financial burden and the sheer scale of the hotel operation are often cited in political debate. Let's look at the numbers. The cost of housing asylum seekers in hotels is staggering, running into millions of pounds per day. This substantial expenditure is a key motivator for the government to find alternative solutions. Thousands of asylum seekers across the UK are currently housed in these hotels. The number constantly fluctuates, but the large scale highlights the urgent need for long-term strategies. What is the reality for those living in these hotels? Let's look at the conditions and services provided. Asylum seekers typically receive 3 meals a day, often catered on site. They also get essential services like basic healthcare access, but conditions can vary greatly between different locations. For asylum seekers, these hotels offer safety, but often come with isolation and uncertainty. Staff members are dedicated, but face challenges managing large numbers of vulnerable people. The use of hotels has sparked intense debate, impacting local communities and driving significant political reaction. Local communities have expressed concerns about the sudden influx of people and the pressures on public services. This has led to protests and significant local friction in some areas. The government is actively pursuing alternatives, such as barges and repurposed military sites, aiming to drastically reduce the high cost and reliance on hotel accommodation. To conclude our look at the UK's asylum hotels, let's summarize the current state and the ongoing challenges. The UK asylum hotel system is a costly, temporary fix for an overwhelmed system. It highlights the urgent need for a more sustainable, long-term solution to accommodate those seeking refuge. The path forward involves speeding up asylum processing, increasing permanent accommodation capacity, and implementing cost-effective, humane alternatives. This remains one of the UK government's most pressing policy challenges.